Hey squids, today we're going to be riding this thing. It's a Zero DSR. Even though it has the S plastic, it's really a DSR. And I rode it from Woodbridge yesterday, so I really got a little bit of a feel for it already. And I have the app installed on my cell phone. And this is a really cool bike. It's completely electric. So let's hop over it. It is a pretty tall bike, and it's fairly heavy. Of course, the weight disappears when you start moving, but it is fairly heavy. You can feel the weight, especially at low speeds. Pushing this thing in the garage is a little intense. So I started out with 97% charge, and when I got here I'm at 40 something percent charge. Let's turn this thing on. I'm at 47% charge, and the thing that most people are going to have trouble with these electric bikes is finding charge stations. I mean, they're everywhere. It's just you have to like change your mind to look for charge stations, because it takes a while to charge. But the owner of this bike installed this charge that you can use at any car charging station, and I'm going to like go down the street and see if I can find one. So let's start this thing right now. I'm not even sure. Okay, kickstand is up. I think that's it. Yeah, look at that. That's all we need. And it's moving. It's got a lot of cool features. The owner already has been modding the bike. So this bike already has some of the things that he liked on it. That down the street is a charge station. They have like car dealers. It's got some really cool features. I can change the modes here. Sport, Eco, and I'm on Eco right now, so it's like very slow, but it lets you get much better mileage. So this is where the first charging station is. Where's the damn station? Is it at the back? Let me check the stop right here. Oh, here we go. This is a charge station, charge point. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. It is a heavy bike. How do you even take it out? Jesus. Ugh. Charge point. Huh? What does it say? Tap card to start. Okay. Authorizing. Authorized. Door unlocked. Lift door. Insert plug. Come on. How do you get this thing out? Oh, that. Huh. Charge point network. That's not what we want. This way. Is it? Shit. Why isn't it? Alright, let me ask. I bet it's just like a weird trick, like twisted. But anyway, I don't want to break it. So I'm going to try another one before I do anything else. So there's a charge point here, and I hope that this will work. I bet it's near the shopping center. This is the plaza, I think. Yeah, it's got Subway. I think this is it. Let's see. It'll be in the back. Hold on. Oh, man, second attempt. Should be close. Maybe it's like further away from. Let's see if this. I think this is the garage that has chargers. That's motorcycle parking. Oh, there's the electric cars right there. Alright, let's see. The card is now authorizing. Price, port 2 available. Okay. That's good. Like this. And that's it. That's really cool. So there's a blinky light charging. Charge right now, but I don't see it going up even slightly. So one of the things I did wrong is that now it's charging. 37, it's going up. And it seems to be going up pretty fast, but you have to turn on the key and leave it on. And then you hear a lot of noise charging. You know, you swipe your thing here, and then this thing unlocks. According to this, it's going to take 53 minutes now to charge the full. Charging a whole hour, it only cost 88 cents. So after I got accustomed to charging the bike and knowing where to charge, I headed out on some country roads to test out the bike. While this bike is kind of heavy to move around the garage, the weight disappears when you're riding in back roads. It's still heavy, I'm not going to lie. It is still a heavy bike, but with the amount of torque that you have, it's a little deceiving, and it's so quiet that you can go into these corners much faster. You would be going much faster because you don't hear that engine revving, so you think you're going slower, but in reality you're going much faster. It was very easy to hit like 70 miles an hour on country roads where normally I would only want to go like 50. With that said, riding in back roads really zaps your battery. I ran the battery down from 100% to very low within 40 miles. That's a pretty short range, and I think this is the sort of riding I would do if I was riding with any rider. Commuting is different. You kind of set your own pace, you go a little bit slower, you can kind of use the eco mode or ride more conservatively to get more mileage. But if you're riding on the weekend for sport, you're going to wear out the battery much quicker. And it's really dependent on you because you can get many more miles than somebody like me that's riding in back roads. This bike gets a lot of attention, and whenever you ride by somebody, people wonder if that is electric because it makes a very unique sound. It's not completely silent. Most people think that electric bikes are silent, but it has this odd noise to it, like the Jetsons, the little spaceship. It's really pretty neat. A lot of motorcyclists are a little bit slow in adopting technology. People have kind of gotten accustomed to the internal combustion engine, and they refuse to think of any other engines that could make a whole lot more sense. And for a motorcycle, electric bikes make a whole lot more sense, I believe. When the price on these comes down, you're going to see a whole lot more people getting these bikes. They are extremely fun to ride, very low maintenance, and just perfect commuter bikes. You're not going to be spending a lot of money charging it up. If you add up the costs of maintaining a regular motorcycle, you're going to find that the costs eventually supersede the amount of money you pay for the motorcycle. On this electric motorcycle, you can keep the costs relatively low. So if you're really budget-minded, even the high price of buying an electric motorcycle eventually will pay off in the long run. Of course, if nothing happens to the motor or the battery. Zero warranties the battery up to 5 years, which is a pretty good amount, but most people are not going to put a lot of miles on a motorcycle. And you can put 100,000 miles on in a bike in 5 years, but do you really know many people that do that other than a very select few? And not a lot of people hold on to motorcycles for a really long time. So it really depends on your riding style, and I think if you like to be in the forefront of technology, this is a really good bike for it. I really would buy it if it was just a little bit cheaper.